Hello, and welcome to the October installment of Construction Junction, presented to you by MSU Infrastructure Planning and Facilities. We hope that you'll find this new online format of Construction Junction useful and informative. If you have any comments or questions concerning this presentation, or have suggestions on how we might improve, please let us know via the feedback box on the Construction Junction webpage located at the address on the screen. We thank you in advance for helping us improve your experience. The agenda for the October presentation will begin with updates on which projects are going to the next two Board of Trustees meetings. There will then be new project presentations on Wharton Center roof replacement, Trowbridge Road repaving, and Parking Lot 92 reconstruction and expansion. We will then have project updates on 1855 Place, Breslin Student Events Center facility upgrades, and the T.B. Simon Power Plant utility substation. Beginning with the October BOT meeting, the projects going to the board will be, for Step 2, authorization to proceed, IM Sports West, replace pool and locker room HVAC systems, and Hubbard Hall, exterior masonry repair and window replacement, Phase 2. Moving on to the December BOT meeting, the projects going to the board will be, for Step 2, authorization to proceed, Parking Lot 63, Breslin Center, Wharton Center roof replacement, Trowbridge Road repaving, and Parking Lot 92 reconstruction and expansion. We begin this month's new presentations with the Wharton Center roof replacement project. The Wharton Center is located in the Central Academic District at the intersection of Wilson Road and Bogue Street. This project is necessary as the original roof that was installed in 1982 is beginning to fail and is causing potential structural and other cosmetic building damage. A recent infrared study showed significant moisture in the existing roof insulation barrier, which indicates a need for replacement. The scope of the project will include removal and replacement of the existing roofs, with roof 3 over the Great Hall stage being replaced with an IRMA style roof. Impacts to building occupants and the campus community will include odors from roofing materials, which should be alleviated by installation of temporary charcoal filters. Temporary relocation of parking in the vicinity of the loading dock, which is being used for site setup, and sidewalk closures between the F-Rib and Wharton Center for 1 month, with the exact date to be coordinated during design and construction. Construction will be coordinated to provide building access during major performances. Construction will begin in June of 2017 and will be complete in September of that year. Here you see an aerial view of the site plan showing those roof areas being replaced in red and construction site setup space in yellow. A view of roof 2 showing some of the deteriorated roofing materials. A view of roof 1 with roof 3 visible to the right. And a shot of the coping detail from roof 1 to the recent Wharton addition. If you would like further information about this or any other project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. There you will find links to all current and past projects. Specific questions regarding the Wharton Center roof replacement project can be directed to the project representative, Brandon Charlin. We next have a presentation on the project to repave the portion of Trowbridge Road from Harrison Road to the Oyer Speech and Hearing Facility. The project location is highlighted in red. This project is necessary as the pavement condition on Trowbridge Road, now a primary entrance into the campus, has deteriorated and is in need of replacement. This project will provide a pavement with a potential 20-year lifespan. The scope of the project will include milling and resurfacing of both the east and westbound lanes of Trowbridge Road from Harrison Road to the Oyer Speech and Hearing Facility parking lot. Impacts to the campus community will include some alterations to pedestrian and vehicular circulation during construction. However, every effort will be made to maintain at least one open lane in each direction, thus avoiding detours. Construction is scheduled to begin in June of 2017 with completion by late July. Here you see a view of the pavement condition near the Trowbridge Road Red Cedar intersection, and a view of Trowbridge near the Chestnut Road intersection. This is a view of eastbound Trowbridge near the Visitor Welcome Center, and another view of the same area. If you would like further information about this or any other project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. There you will find links to all current and past projects. Specific questions regarding the Trowbridge Road repaving project can be directed to the design representative, Tressa Wall. Our final new project presentation is on the reconstruction and expansion of parking lot 92. Lot 92 is located on Service Drive, adjacent to the regional chilled water plant. This project is necessary as the existing pavement structure has degraded to a point where continued patching is not economically practical. The lot is in need of full reconstruction. The scope of the project will include full reconstruction of the lot, increasing parking capacity by expanding the lot, updating of the lot to current ADA and MSU construction standards, and reduction in maintenance cost. Impacts to the campus community will include the closure of the lot during the entirety of the project. Alternate parking is available in nearby staff lots 91, 96, and 97. Construction is scheduled to begin in May of 2017, with completion by the end of July. Here's an aerial view of the lot showing not only the deterioration of the existing surface, but also the area to the east, which will be used for expansion of the lot. Here you see the proposed site plan for the new lot showing the additional spaces to the east and the new collector walk, which will be aligned with the existing crosswalk location. And another view of the proposed pedestrian circulation plan. Here you see some examples of the deteriorated condition of the existing materials. If you would like further information about this or any other project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. There you will find links to all current and past projects. Specific questions regarding the Lot 92 reconstruction project can be directed to the design representative, Dave Wilbur. We begin this month's project updates with the 1855 Place project. This project is located in the Northwest residential mixed-use districts at the former site of the Michigan State Police Post. The goals of this project include creating a living environment that supports both single student and student families around the resources they need to be academically successful, creating an institutional asset to further our world-class land-grant mission, consolidating office spaces from across campus, freeing up space for academic programs while saving resources and improving communications, and creating synergies between residential and hospitality services and intercollegiate athletics. The scope of the project will include a 102,000 square foot mixed-use office building that will be LEED Silver certified, which will include RHS offices, intercollegiate athletic offices, as well as retail space. Creation of 438,000 square feet of student apartments, both single student apartments, as well as family housing apartments. Creation of 2,075 parking spaces, including a parking deck, to accommodate students, staff, and campus events. Funding sources for this project will come from auxiliary funds, from RHS, intercollegiate athletics, and parking fees. Construction on this project commenced in the summer of 2015. The new parking ramp opened in April of this year. The family housing units were ready for occupancy in August. The single student housing units are expected to be open sometime in August of next year, as well as the various retail spaces in the new mixed-use tower. The office tower, Hall of Champions, and the housing assignment office should be ready for occupancy sometime in October of 2017. The site as it existed prior to the start of construction shows the location of University Village, which will remain after construction is complete, the location of event parking, which has been relocated to the south, as well as the 3 structures that have been demolished or relocated. The site redevelopment will include building of new family housing, single student apartments, retail and office space, and a new parking deck and surface lot. This project is being completed in 2 phases in order to minimize disruptions and to maintain event parking availability during the entirety of the project. Phase 1 included demolition of the existing police post buildings and the theater department scene shop. Phase 1 also included the construction of the parking ramp and surface lot, as well as the construction of 3 family housing units. During Phase 1 construction, a temporary construction access road was installed to the west of the site. Phase 2 of the project includes construction of the single student apartment buildings as well as the office retail towers. During this phase, event parking has been moved to the newly constructed parking deck and surface lot. Here you see an aerial view rendering of the project showing the location of the new parking ramp, the office and retail towers, single student apartment buildings, the existing University Village structures, and the new family housing units. Here you see the address and building name assignments for this project. Please note that the address of the Communication Storage University Village building is changing from 1165 Garden City Road to 1159 Pine Tree Court. The address of the parking booth for Lot 63 is also changing from 721 South Harrison Road to 675 South Harrison Road. Here is a view of the proposed office tower showing the intercollegiate athletic office space on the top floor. And here is a view of the proposed mixed-use tower from the corner of Harrison and Kalamazoo. Work on the office and mixed-use towers continues. Workmen prepare the various levels of the mixed-use tower for the pouring of the concrete flooring base. Here you see the finishing work that goes on after the concrete has been poured. Work on the steel framing for the various student apartment building end caps continues. These spaces will contain common areas for unit occupants, including fitness centers, mailboxes, and other amenities. In this photo, you can see one of the student townhome-style units nearing completion in the background, as well as the progress being made on the single student apartment unit brickwork. Workmen continue the installation of the exterior siding on the student townhome-style units. Here you see an example of some of the interior finishes in the townhome-style units. For those of you who would like to follow the progress of construction on this project, please check out the live webcam site at the address on the screen. If you would like further information about this or any other project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. There you will find links to all current and past projects. Specific questions regarding the 1855 Place project can be directed to the project representative, Andy Linebaugh. We next have an update on the work that is being done as part of the Breslin Student Events Center Facility Upgrades Project. The Breslin Center is located in the Athletic and Recreation District. The university is undertaking this project in order to enhance the student, alumni, fan, and public experience by improving the functionality of the event center, to create a lasting legacy by integrating a sense of Spartan tradition throughout the facility, and to extend the useful life of the building by improving services to the fans and implementing major maintenance items. The project is being divided into two phases, facility upgrades and athletics addition. The phases are being designed in a way that minimizes rework and are being fully coordinated throughout their design and construction. Phase 1 includes a 22,000 square foot addition around the building, an expanded concourse, renovation and upgrading of the restroom facilities, renovation of concession stands, improvements to the entry vestibules to the main concourse, improvements to finish levels and experience on the concourse, improvements to site conditions for ingress and egress, improvements to site security, replacement of the chiller system, and connection to the East Lansing water system. Phase 2 includes a 30,000 square foot addition, which will create a sense of main entry and destination into the building and includes a basketball hall of history. Construction on this project began in January and is expected to be completed by August of 2017. Here you see the proposed floor plan of the completed facility upgrades showing the expansion of the concourse area, the new restroom and concession areas, and the new hall of history. As part of the Breslin upgrade, there will also be changes to the area surrounding the center. A new plaza outside the hall of history is planned, with the Magic Johnson statue being slightly relocated to accommodate the new addition. There will also be improvements to adjacent parking and loading areas, as well as a new crosswalk across Harrison Road to the newly constructed parking ramp. Here is a graphic showing the work that is ongoing through the end of November, highlighting the areas of the worksite that are affected. Here we have an exterior shot of the northwest gate off Kalamazoo Street, and another view, this time showing the ticket office area. Landscape work on the northwest entry plaza continues. while work on those sections still in construction continues inside. Finishing work on one of the terrazzo Sparty heads that greet visitors at each entry gate continues. Those areas of the center that are completed and back online have already begun to host various events, such as the Student Career Fair pictured. Here you see an artist rendering of the Hall of History Plaza, which will include the relocated Magic Johnson statue. For those of you who would like to follow the progress of construction on this project, please check out the live webcam site at the address on the screen. If you would like further information about this or any other project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. There you will find links to all current and past projects. Specific questions regarding the Breslin Center Facility Upgrades project can be directed to the construction representative, Jason Van Zee. Lastly, we have an update on the T.B. Simon Power Plant Utility Substation project. This project is located in the service district, adjacent to the power plant. This project serves to provide a substation with increased capacity and reliability to deliver power to the FRIB and the T.B. Simon Power Plant. The scope of this project consists of three elements: an underground 138 kilovolt transmission line from the existing Michigan Electric Transmission Company transmission line north to the substation, installation of a larger capacity substation consisting of 2 transformers with space for a future third transformer, and installation of a substation along the Michigan Electric Transmission Line. Impacts to the campus community include limited duration road closures of Bennett Road, Forest Road, and Pavilion Drive from April through August. Certain sections of Forest Acres East Course will be impacted during installation of the conduit line. Site restoration will be performed by the IPF Landscape Services Department. Energizing the system will require critical coordination between the power plant and the FRIB. Construction on the project began in January of 2016, with power available by March of 2017. Here you see an aerial view of the project site, which includes a new substation, a new underground transmission line, and connection to the existing Michigan Electric Transmission Company transmission line. Here is a view of the crane lift of one of the 50 megavolt amp transformers at the new Spartan substation. The second and final transformer has arrived and is being prepared for installation. Installations are nearing completion at the Michigan Electric Transmission Company switch station, officially named Green Station, and the adjacent consumer energy riser, officially named the Forest Riser. Restoration efforts continue through the MSU Farm Services areas impacted by construction. If you would like further information about this or any other project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. There you will find links to all current and past projects. Specific questions regarding the utility substation project can be directed to the construction representative, Chris Barnes. This concludes the October Construction Junction presentation. We encourage you to visit the Infrastructure Planning and Facilities website at www.ipf.msu.edu. There you will find information on construction and maintenance alerts, detour information, construction junction information, project and contact information. There are also a number of other IPF resources available, including listservs that you can subscribe to keep up to date with various IPF projects and events. Stay connected with IPF via social media. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Watch our videos on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. Construction Junction presentations will be made available on the CJ website beginning the 7th of each month. We thank you for taking the time to check us out, and we hope you'll visit again soon.